Hi guys and welcome. I'm sitting on a quarry stone, so you can just check this out. So I'm sitting here on this quarry stones, and welcome again, good morning people, good morning internet. How are you? How have you been? So welcome again to this channel. I'm Momo, and today I'm on this quarry place, and it's just a nice and lovely place. Very quiet. I'm having some I think I'm having cold, so I'm trying to catch up a little bit. So welcome to this channel and welcome again. Thank you so much for being here and for watching this. So today I want to ask you something. How many contacts do you have in your phone? How many contacts do you have in your phone? How many? And then I'll tell you why I'm asking these questions. Let me say, for me, let me start by saying, for me, I think there's a point in life, had 700 contacts, and I don't know where I got all those contacts. I don't know. I think there were 300, and then they duplicated to around 700. But also, 300 is a lot of contacts, man. Imagine having 300 people just gathered. When you call them, just on a call, all of them gather. Hey, those are a lot of contacts. So I had 300 contacts, and maybe let me summarize. Let me break down for you. Maybe I didn't have that much contact, but that time I was very active. I was doing a lot of community service and everything, and so I was just volunteering on the service. So I ended up with almost 300 contacts. Maybe there's some people who have more than that those contacts in their phone, but for me, let me summarize. Maybe let me say this: I didn't make maybe primary school friends. Maybe I had. You can have maybe 20 or 10, 20 to 20. So let's go with 15. Then when you go to high school, because my class had 45 students, so in a class. So imagine having like 15, not in your class, but in different streams, because of one thing or another. You get? So you took another 15, so that those are 30. So when you went to college, maybe in one way on your whatever the course you were picking, you are almost maybe 60 or 50 or 40 also, but maybe you also took 15 friends, so that's around 45. And then after going to college, you went to attachment. So attachment, maybe you found like 5 friends out there, and your contact ended up with 50. Then when you worked at the first maybe place where you were attached a job, the first job, you had maybe the number of the boss, the supervisor, maybe your colleagues, and other maybe supervisor, or maybe another 7 people, colleagues, because of one thing or another. So you have 10 contacts, so that is around 60. Then when you got out of that job, you didn't delete your number, so you ended up going to the second job, and also you did that the same. You have another 10 or 7, another 10, so that is brings to another 70. Then you have family members, your cousins. You have your aunties, you have your your mother, father, brothers and sisters. Maybe for me, like I have 6, I have 7, I have 5 brothers and sisters, and all of them have phone, plus my mother and my father, and that's around 7, plus maybe my cousins, which may be more. So we give them 20. So at this point you have around 90 contacts. And then you have those friends, your childhood friends who you maybe you met on the road, maybe connection here through a friend of a friend, through a friend of a friend, maybe around 10. So you end up with 100 contacts. 100 contacts. So let's say you have 100 contacts in your phone, and maybe you post about an emergency or something you want help for, not something specifically financial, but maybe a job. You need a job, and all these people, all these are working people who are grown up and working. So let's say these are active. No, now those contacts maybe they're dormant. We can just, these now are people who are active in your life, active in your contacts. We haven't put those those people who are not active. These are just people who are active and just, but out of these 100 contacts, how many call you on a regular basis to catch up, maybe, and maybe to spend some time together, maybe just checking up on you? How many? And you find the number goes down again. Apart from your family members, how many? Your colleagues, after you quit that job, maybe you went from that job to another. How many of your friends, how many how many of your friends stayed in touch? And you find that me deleting 700 contacts to remain with only 10, maybe other 20. This is how I did, because I found that all these contacts that I was adding to my contact, most of them were useless, especially colleagues. Apart from friends, maybe, and close friends and family, you find all these contacts are useless. All of them are useless. Useless. Why is this? Why are these contacts useless? Because all these guys are working. Yeah, you can have also those 100 contacts. All these, maybe 50 of them are working, actively working. 50 of those contacts, and their WhatsApp is, they have their WhatsApp, and they post a lot of things. They post about their road trips. You go up there, watch their road trips. You watch how they're building their mansions. You see them posting memes, a lot of memes about heartbreaks, and you see them posting about a lot of things, and maybe 5 of them are posting about business, maybe there. And you find that maybe you didn't have a job, and you find like you're watching a lot of memes. You're wasting your time watching a lot of memes that are meaningless in your life. Totally meaningless in your life, because someone has just put there about their heartbreak, their job, their new home, how they bought shamba, how they bought their cars, how they bought this and this, how their God is pushing them from one place to another. But if they hear, most of them, if they hear about job opportunity, they will not post it, because they don't want to help you. They want you to feel, to see like how they are doing in their life, but they don't want you to be in their same level. They don't want you to be their competitor. No, you know. And you find all these contacts are just useless. And a lot of, like, for me, I like this week I found like 5 people asking me for a job, which I don't have because I'm a self-employed. So, and most of them cannot maybe do whatever I want to do. The people, they just want to go to employment. But to find out of my 50 contacts, only 1 person or 2 can be posting about jobs opportunity. You see? And that's how we help each other. Those are what family is for. That's what friends are for. But if you're posting memes from January to January about your heartbreak, about your development, but when I ask you for a job opportunity, not that I'm bitter, I'm not bitter, but I'm showing you how useless our circles are. Even if you're sick, nobody will call you. You can stay up to a month without a friend calling you, or even 2 months or 3 months without a friend calling you. and you have 50 contacts, have 50 or you have 100 contacts, and none of them, even your family, even your cousin, nobody is reaching you. And that's how much we have detached from each other. We have detached from each other in that level that we cannot help each other build. And that's how you see people now suffering left, right, and center. I know maybe you have a degree, maybe you have a diploma, and I know very well that that job requires someone who has a degree, but I will not post that part. I will not post that part. I will not. I will post about how I saw maybe a movie. I'll post about memes, funny memes, so that you can laugh. But something that can help you, I won't post. And that's how we are. That's how we are. And at the end of the day, you call yourself my friend. You call yourself my friend. I call you my friend. And when we meet, it's funny how when we meet, we just share about how life is very low, how life is very bad, how government is giving us taxes. But on my side, when I look at you, I see if you're making big steps, you're buying a new car. You're saying, yes, taxes are very high, but again, you're buying a new car. You're buying land, and I know I might feel like I'm jealous, or no, I'm not jealous. All I'm saying is, when we find those opportunities, you're working in some place, but instead of posting those opportunities so that maybe I can grow with you, it's better for you to post a meme. And that's what, and then after that, you see people now posting about funerals, where you can just contribute money. Then you see people posting about their weddings and how you can contribute money. But all these things about contribution and what this and this, maybe medical bill, maybe mortuary bills, maybe they are posting all this, maybe weddings, maybe all these birthdays, but they are not the same people. When they had opportunity to give to you, they never posted. They kept quiet, and they posted for you the memes to see. And then when you refuse to contribute to their to their contribution, you end up becoming the bad person. You end up becoming very bad. And but when opportunities arise, nobody gave you that opportunity, and that's the society we are living. So for me, I ended up deleting, I think, almost 100, not 100, almost 3/4 of my contacts, 3/4. And I remained with very few contacts, the people who maybe can give you a connection, can give you a lead to something that can help you in life. Yeah. And there are so few people in the world that do that. But we hate competition. We hate we hate to see other people, our colleagues, grow. And that's where you see our circle, is very poor. You cannot help each other. Our circle is just a group of people who just sing about poverty every now and then. Yes, one person may be well off, but the one person does not want also you guys to get the opportunity they want. They can't show you. And there's someone who told me this. Let me rephrase what he said. He said, in Kenya, someone can gladly show you where they got their wives, and even they can take you to the place where they got their wives. They can show you the interior. They can go show you where they got their wife, deep down there. But they will never show you how they got their money. Never. They will never show you how they got their money. Never. And that's the society we are living. And he was right. The guy was right. Because how many of you How many of you, if you get opportunity, you post or you call a friend so that a friend can benefit from that opportunity? None of you. Sindio? None of you. And that's the reflection. If you can do that, that's the reflection of your friends also, and your group, and your that circle. If you can get an opportunity and not tell your friend, if you can get opportunity and never post on WhatsApp, because those WhatsApps are, those status are for those things. Naelewa? The media is about connecting people, and maybe one way or another help a friend. That's why we have close friends. And if you post on WhatsApp, I think one of your good friends will see the post, and maybe, or even even if they don't see, they will forward also the vacancy, also the opportunity to other friends, to another friend, and you will benefit, and you'll find that your friends or your circle will be more of value, rather than people 90% of people just crying, having problems. But that's the saddest part. So for me, I ended up deleting almost half of those contacts. And do I feel bad about that? No, I can't feel bad about that, because there's someone who I've had their contact for the past 1 year, and they never call you, they never text you to check on you, and they never do anything to help you out, even if it's just texting, hey, how are you doing, man, it's been long. Nobody's texting you about that. So you end up becoming, if you are you don't have a job, you end up becoming useless and end up in depressions. And a friend was able to do. And then when you end up into depression, they come like, oh no, you find, oh no, oh, you were suffering from job unemployment, that's where depression, oh no, yeah, let's contribute so that we can go for a mental checkup. Yeah, and that's how you are helped. And when you're in distress, when you are going mad, that's when your house is being locked, you want people who can help you, not with money, but can help you get or secure a job, but they didn't. And that's the funny truth. But a person will post a funny meme from January to December, nothing. They'll post about heartbreaks. They will post heartbreak. They'll post about buying cars, but they'll never post about a job vacancy. They'll post about road trips, but they'll never post a vacancy. They'll post about how much they drink. They drink beer, they drink all these expensive drinks. They'll post that for you, but will never post you about opportunity that will help you. So what kind of friends do you have on your contacts? What kind of friends do you have? Just go on your contacts and check. Is that circle really helpful? Or you waste just your bundles? Just viewing useless status. You waste your time just viewing and laughing at useless status, funny memes. So just check your tab and tell me. But for me, I think I better watch 10 WhatsApp status that are more. Actually, I scroll and I see a person who posts maybe a good status, maybe job vacancy, and I repost maybe. But those posts if I know a person who posts regular a funny meme, I jump those, because I don't. Hey, heartbreak, better to live in the nothing. Those are just, and you just take that and repost. Hey, loneliness, do what? Hey, single moms, whatever. It's better a man is a dog, and all those. But never post opportunity, never post a business opportunity, never post anything. And we are just there. And actually, in Africa, One thing, your friends are happy when you are down and they are up there. They feel very nice. Instead of building each other, we tear down each other. So what kind of friends do you have in your contacts? If most of them are useless, just delete them. There's nothing to feel afraid, nothing. And if someone calls you after you delete their contact and ask you, hey, do you have my number? Tell them, no, I don't. Because why don't you have my number? It's because you don't call me, you don't check up on me. Why should I have your contact? Why should I fill my phone with your contacts and watch those useless status on WhatsApp? There's no need. So check out your contacts. If they are useless, delete. That's how I deleted 300 contacts in my phone. So if you like this, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and don't forget also to share and subscribe to this below. Don't forget to subscribe below and leave a comment on how many contacts are helpful in your phone. See you on the next episode. Bye. See you. Bye.